Apple was not the tech giant we know today. In fact, it was struggling just to survive. The company was losing hundreds of millions of dollars. Its product lineup was confusing, messy, and overcrowded. And worst of all, people were losing trust in Apple. Many experts believed Apple would soon disappear completely. But what happened next became one of the greatest turnarounds in business history. A story of vision, focus, and bold decisions that changed everything. To understand Apple's comeback, we must first understand its failure. By the mid-1990s, Apple had lost its identity. It was producing too many products at once. Different Mac models, different systems, and no clear direction. Customers were confused about what Apple actually stood for. Inside the company, things were even worse. Teams were divided. Projects were overlapping, and innovation had slowed down. Meanwhile, competitors like Microsoft were dominating the market. Windows PCs were cheaper, more common, and widely used in offices and homes. Apple was becoming irrelevant in a rapidly growing tech world. Sales dropped, losses increased, and the company was just months away from bankruptcy. It was one of the darkest periods in Apple's history. Then came a moment that changed everything. Steve Jobs returned to Apple in 1997. He was not just a founder coming back. He was returning to a company that had completely lost its way. And he immediately saw the problem. Apple was not failing because of lack of talent. It was failing because of lack of focus. Too many products. Too many distractions. Too many directions. Jobs believed Apple needed a complete reset. So he made a decision that shocked everyone inside the company. He began cutting most of Apple's product line. Dozens of products were discontinued. Only a few would remain. But those few would be exceptional. His philosophy was simple. Focus is about saying no to 1,000 good ideas. Because excellence cannot exist without clarity. This decision was not easy. Inside Apple, many employees were shocked and uncertain. Years of work were being shut down. But Steve Jobs was not trying to save everything. He was trying to save Apple itself. He reorganized the company completely. He removed confusion. He simplified product development. And he brought one clear vision: make great products, not many products. This shift changed Apple's entire culture. From chaos to clarity, from confusion to focus. And slowly, Apple started to breathe again. After restructuring, Apple began working on a new generation of products. The first major breakthrough was the iMac. It was colorful, simple, and completely different from traditional computers of that time. While most PCs were boring and complex, the iMac looked friendly and modern. People noticed it immediately. Apple was no longer just surviving. It was innovating again. Then came another major step: the iPod. A small device that could carry 1,000 songs in your pocket. At that time, it felt revolutionary. Music was no longer tied to CDs or bulky players. Now, it was digital, portable, and personal. The world began to see Apple differently. It was not just a computer company anymore. It was becoming a design and lifestyle company. Then came the most important moment in Apple's history: the launch of the iPhone. When Steve Jobs walked onto the stage in 2007, nobody fully understood what was about to happen. He introduced 3 devices: a phone, an iPod, and an internet communicator. But then he revealed the truth. It was not 3 devices. It was one: the iPhone. The audience was stunned. A touchscreen device that replaced physical keyboards. A phone that could browse the internet. A music player and communication tool in one. At that moment, everything changed. The mobile industry was reborn, and Apple stepped into a completely new era. After the iPhone, Apple never looked back. The world changed with it. Smartphones became essential. Apps became a new economy. And digital life became mobile first. Apple stores opened across the globe. People lined up overnight for new product launches. Apple was no longer just a tech company. It had become a global lifestyle brand. Its influence spread across music, communication, business, and entertainment. From near bankruptcy, Apple was now one of the most valuable companies in the world. The Apple story is more than just a business success. It is a lesson in focus, clarity, and bold decision-making. Apple didn't succeed because it did more. It succeeded because it did less, but did it better than anyone else. Sometimes the biggest breakthroughs come not from adding more, but from removing everything unnecessary and focusing on what truly matters. That is the story of Apple. From the edge of failure to the center of innovation.